Here we are in the High Performance Centre. We're attempting to do both Facebook Live and LinkedIn Live again. Had to go the other day. Wasn't a great success, so we're trying again. Anyway, my name is Greg Story. I'm the president of Dale Carnegie Training here in Japan, the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, and I want to talk about change. Change management is always a difficulty, especially here in Japan. And why is that? It's because most change, when we try change management, is driving change from outside in. And we're forcing people to make changes against their will and against their interests. And so we always have this problem of we're getting resistance or half-hearted engagement with the changes, and so it doesn't really quite work. How about a different type of approach? How about an inside-out approach? How about we get change on the inside first, and that then flourishes into an external change that impacts the business? Well, that sounds fair enough, and most people say in change, in principle, they agree. What they usually mean by that, though, is they agree that they will stay exactly the same and that everyone else should change. And that's not exactly what we're talking about. What we're talking about is inside-out change means we have to change. And you say, well, look, in theory, I get that, and in principle, I get that, but actually, I don't want to change. And if everybody else would change, that would be wonderful, and we'd all be good. That's not how we get change management, though. Change management means each person has to want to change. You know, they want to see the benefits come forward from making the changes to doing things better, but they don't know how to do it because their self-awareness is pretty low about where they are at the moment. They're not that particularly motivated to go the extra mile and try something what in a Japanese term would be considered risky because it's new. And, you know, they can't see the benefits. It's not convincing to them that this is actually going to be worthwhile doing. So how do we get around that? How do we actually get people to look inside out and become more self-aware about their own possibilities, become fired up and engaged about taking on change for the better and for the new and to take the whole organisation forward? Not very easy to do, but we've found a way. Now, I'm not saying this is easy. We found a way. It's not an easy way, but it works. And it's a program we have called the Dale Carnegie Course, Effective Communications and Human Relations. Now, it's a very unique program. It has multiple aspects to it, but one particular thing, which is very, very key, it's a process where you're finding strength in yourself through being coached. Now, this is a bit unique because the coaching that goes on in this program is quite phenomenal. And the coach's job is to help you discover something inside you that you weren't aware was there, which I can tell you right now is not easy. But it has a massive impact on people. Their self-confidence goes right up, and they start to become fired up with wanting to do more. It releases something in them that's very, very powerful. But it requires that coaching. And we really need to be looking at that person very, very carefully. What are their strengths? How can we bring those strengths out? How can we accentuate those strengths and make them aware of them? And it also has a lot of exercises in there which work on flexibility. Often we get into very rigid patterns in our life and in our work particularly, and how to break out of those patterns, as the Japanese say, you know, come out of your shell, break out of that shell. Again, not very easy because people want to be in their comfort zone. I'm safe, I'm secure here, I don't want to change. To help them come out of that, come out of those comfort zones, break that shell, look for opportunities to really be the best that they can possibly be. Again, that needs massive coaching, and it also needs structure. We have a particular structure in this program that really gradually works on creating that flexibility in people to encourage them, give them that spark that I can do this, I can do something new, I can step out my comfort zone, I can take on a new challenge, I can make this work. And it's a very nuanced program. It's 100 years plus this program's been running. So you just imagine how much Kaizen do you think is in this program? It's unbelievable. When I did it as a participant, the course runs, there's so much going on. You're so busy, you're designing answers, you're practicing in pairs, you're in triads, you're reporting, you're giving presentations. Man, you're busy. I didn't notice what was going on in the course itself because I was trying to keep up with all the things I need to do as a participant. But when I came back to teach it as an instructor, wow, it's amazing, the subtlety of this program, how the bits link together. It's like a Swiss watch or something. It's amazing. And I realized, I can see why this has got 100 years of Kaizen here, because it's so nuanced. Anyway, the point is, it works really, really well. We get a 98.3% average, 98.3% average satisfaction rate over a 5-year period. Think about that. 5-year period, the average is 98.3% satisfaction. So it tells you in Japan it works really well. So where we're looking to get change in an organization, maybe changing ourselves, or we want our team to embrace change. We want to send our executives, we want to send our people to a program where they'll come back more open to change, mindset will open up. Often with companies, we'll use this program as the first program to then open up the mindset to teach them other things. Might be a leadership program or something like that later. But we've got to get that change management going first, internal, before we can bring in the new information for a different program on, say, leadership or whatever. So often we use it in combination with other programs. April 17, 18, 19, we have a 3-day version of this program. April 17, 18, 19, 3-day version of this program for executives who are very, very busy and can't do the 12-week program, which you also have a version of that. Or you might have people scattered all over Japan and they can't really do a time-space program so easily because they're in so many different locations. We have an immersion version, which is the 3-day program. Come together, do it over 3 days, and then get those changes. Get that mentality shift. Get that mindset to start moving. Get people to embrace the need for change and want to be part of the change, in fact, leading the change. I'm not saying this is easy. It's not easy. But if you have the coaching, if you've got the process, if you've got the proven system, this is a proven system. This isn't something taken off the internet and cobbled together like a lot of trainers are running around doing. This is tried, true, proven in 100 countries around the world for 100 years. It works. So when you want to get that change management going, be it for yourself or be it for your team, this is the program. April 17, 18, 19, 3-day program immersion we're doing here at the High Performance Center in Akasaka. And you can get details at our website, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. All the details are there. Have a look at the program. The Dale Carnegie Course, Effective Communications and Human Relations, enjapan.dalecarnegie.com has all the details there. Have a look at that. April 17, 18, 19, so there's still a bit of time. Get that in your schedule. Start thinking about it. Have a look at some details on the site. And naturally contact us if you at least need more detail than what you see there, which you may. We're very happy to provide it. So let's see how live on Facebook and live on LinkedIn went today. See if this actually works.